Inflation is a general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money. Real inflation, however, is your actual personal change in your cost of living from a day-to-day expense perspective. One of the most commonly used metrics for measuring inflation is the Consumer Price Index. The Consumer Price Index, or CPI, is a measure that examines the weighted average of prices of a basket of consumer goods and services, such as transportation, food, and medical care. It is calculated by taking price changes for each item in a predetermined basket of goods and averaging them. Changes in CPI are used to measure changes in cost of living. Recently, we have seen major increases in the money supply due to monetary policy that continues to print more and more money. We have also seen supply chain and labor issues that have caused price increases in the productions of goods and services. This goes to show that there are many factors that contribute to inflation. In real-world examples, we have seen the cost of food and services go up in price quite a bit in the last year or two because there have been fewer people willing to work in these service sectors. With fewer people willing to work, employers try their best to incentivize new workers to come and work. They do this by raising wages and giving sign-on bonuses, which cost the owners more money. What do they do to recuperate these costs? Pass the price increases onto consumers in the form of higher prices. In the real estate world, inflation shows itself in a few ways. First, the cost of housing tends to go up pretty consistently over time. It has some short-term price dips, but both rent and home prices tend to go upward over time on average. One of the reasons home prices have seen such a crazy price run-up is because of demographic shifts, COVID-19 housing preferences, and a housing shortage due to the lack of new construction over the last 10 years. This has all resulted in a good old-fashioned imbalance of supply and demand. Okay, so if housing prices have been inflated recently, we should probably sit back and wait around for them to come back down, right? Don't do that. Real estate is one of the best hedges against inflation ever because it often tracks or outpaces the growth rate of that consumer price index we talked about before. If your investment in real estate is growing at 3% per year and inflation is also at 3% per year, that is an amazing storage place for your money and an investment that will not lose any value due to inflation eating away at its value. Not only that, but if you're borrowing money to invest in real estate, aka a mortgage, you can often get interest rates that are well below the rate of inflation, especially in high inflation times like we're in right now. If that's the case and you're borrowing money for less than that of the rate of inflation, you are essentially getting paid to borrow the money and you are passing along that difference in those interest rates as a loss to the lender of the money. For the icing on the cake, in the case of investment property, you will not even be servicing the debt you are taking on. Your tenant will be with their rent payments. If you've made a good investment, those rent payments will even amount to higher than the amount of the mortgage, interest, and cost of ownership, kicking off sweet, sweet cash flow into your pocket. This goes to show it's more about the control of an asset and creating a small system of cash flows and debt financing within your property than it is about actually owning the asset outright. With owning a property outright, yes, there's potentially less risk in the investment. However, considering inflation and how low interest rates are right now, it's a no-brainer to borrow money when owning real estate. Financial author Porter Stansberry said, "I'm happy to make returns of 4% to 6% a year on my real estate portfolio. If inflation comes along, I'll be able to increase rent and have capital appreciation roughly in line with inflation." To learn more about the amazing power of real estate and how it helps hedge against inflation, click on this video here or set up a call with one of our investment counselors to see how you can start preserving and growing your wealth today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, get in touch with us at any of our social media accounts or leave us a comment below to let us know what kind of real estate content you want to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching the Rent to Retirement YouTube channel. Check out some of our other videos, like this one, or this one here.